Hello and welcome everybody on today's presentation. My name is Claudia Eifert and I really welcome everybody who are logging in from so many different places. Hello to all your YouTubers and Facebook and people from around the world. We see we have really lots of people from Europe and United States, Canada, parts of Africa on the call. I don't think Australia is on the call right now because you guys must be sleeping still. So hello, everybody, on today's presentation. We're going to start in exactly 30 seconds, just making a quick sound check if everybody is can hear me loud and clearly. If you just would raise your hand. Again, my name is Claudia Eifert, and I'm walking you today through this presentation. We're going to have our founder and CEO, Bill Rowell, who's going to come on board in a little bit. But before that, just quickly, can you all hear me loud and clearly? If yes, just raise your hand, or you have this little chat box, which you can very easily actually type in a little comment. And at the end, of course, we're doing some question and answers, Q&As, as we always do. All right, okay, sounds like you can hear me, which is fantastic. So let me get started. Again, welcome to everybody. We're going to, in the first few minutes, we're going to just talk about Swissquote Global, what Swissquote Global is. And in the second part of this presentation, we're going to, of course, go into what it can do for you. And we're going to answer your questions and concerns you may have. So Swissquote Global was founded over 10 years ago by our CEO, Bill Rowell, which you see in this picture in the middle over there. And it was based on purely gold, silver, and the reason behind that was because people really didn't understand money. They didn't understand our monetary system we do live under. They didn't understand why, they would work so hard, but their money they would save up would purchase them less and less. And so when Bill and another person, Philip Judge, had the idea to start Swissquote Global, it was really purely to see if there could be a way to help people understand what money is, to help people understand, build a nest egg, an insurance policy we often say about gold or silver, to diversify and to really build up great wealth. And so Swissquote Global is certainly more than an opportunity. It's actually a system for building your own real wealth. But of course, with time, in this last 10 years, Swissquote Global has definitely developed, has grown further, and has grown further that we did add on cryptocurrency, so cryptocurrency mining, and that's what we're going to talk about in that next minutes. So how you actually can cash in from the cryptocurrency mining trend, how you can get passively paid daily, weekly, and monthly, and of course, as always, how to inflation-proof your money with gold and silver, because that's what a lot of people do a little bit misunderstand. So we never talk about speculation and or investment when you talk about gold or silver. We don't even touch these words. We really talk about a insurance policy, more so a hedge against inflation. I mean, we know gold and silver since ages. So the company products, in a very nutshell, is we do offer you gold and silver, which comes from the most prestigious refinery in the world, which does over 20% of the gold refining, of the world's gold refining, that is Argo-Heraeus, and it's only one of 5 refineries which have a very special standard when it comes to refining. They actually certify other refineries, and there's none of them based in the United States. They are all based in Switzerland, Germany, and one is in Japan. There's only 5, and the refinery we take our gold from is Argo-Heraeus. And you can literally save in gold and silver. It's sitting in physical grams. You can do so on an amazing price. I mean, 2.97 above market spot. And once you have enough grams physically accumulated, you can then have them converted in a item such as that, as you see, a collectible, or in a bar. And we can even have it shipped to you if you ship to your country. Then, of course, the Bitcoin, which is really the and the altcoins, the income generator, so to speak. The Bitcoin and the altcoins, that is the mining, which we work with Genesis Mining together, which is our provider currently for the mining contracts. And these mining contracts, of course, they generate you Bitcoins, or they generate you Ethereum, Zcash, Monero, Litecoin, and Dash. We do have an affiliate revenue income stream. So if you like our products, you want to share them, you want to build a business around, well, we have the opportunity for you to do so. I have been doing that since now over 10 years. And we do certainly have the Swissquote Global Academy, where you really transform your life through our facilitated programs from world-renowned coaches such as Carolita Oliveros, who co-wrote the Robert Kiyosaki Financial Education Program, and of course the Bob Proctor when it comes to developing the mindset, which of course achieves you the goals you desire. That is the person to go to. We have days facilitated once you become an affiliate. Now, just quickly on touching on the history, Bill Raoul, as you see here, he himself is a licensed precious metals dealer in the DMCC in Dubai, and since late 2016, we, through Genesis Mining, which you see the founders and co-founders on that next picture, do deliver this service to us, or for you, of course, for the mining of cryptocurrency. So you see here Jacob Dulwich to my side, and to the other side of myself, you have the CEO, Marco Strength, and then of course Bill Raoul, and Bill himself in the mining facility, one of the many mining facilities all over the world, and that one is a Ethereum mining facility in Iceland. So Bitcoin versus gold, you may ask, which is a better long-term bet? Well, recently last year, and there's many new articles, of course, coming out about that. They said in the Cayman Investment Forum, either Bitcoin or gold could be or will represent a future store of value. So let's look at what is actually a store of value. Well, or what is actually money, better to say, what we think money is, what you trade your time for. And most likely we do that for paper currency, so to speak, fiat currency, such as the dollar, such as the pound, such as the euro, such as the peso, or wherever you guys are right now. So money is a reward for the service you render, and it serves those three purposes: as a store of value over time, as a medium of exchange to make commerce possible, and as a unit of account to measure value. Currency, yet, is actually not money, because currency doesn't effective store value, and over time the value of all paper currencies is reduced to zero. In fact, the dollar is really now the longest surviving. We had many different paper currencies before, none of them has ever survived. So we are trading our life for money we were told to trust, actually, but can we really trust it? So let's look at it more in detail: store value, medium of exchange, and unit account, and you can make up your own opinion. Why do you need gold or silver and cryptocurrency? Well, gold, of course, has held its value for thousands of years. And what matters is not the price, but its purchasing power, its buying power, what I can buy with that. And that's where we're going to look at, of course, the store value. In Roman times, well, a good, toga, that's what they used to dress back then, and a pair of leather sandals you could actually get for a piece of gold, an ounce of gold. Now, 100 years ago, an ounce of gold, if you were to go and buy a nice suit and tie and hat, you could do that for an ounce of gold. Yet also 100 years ago, you could buy that 1 ounce of gold for $20. So if your great-grandmother would have saved the $20, what could you buy today? Probably not much. Yet if your great-great-grandmother would have saved the gold and you would sell it down the street, down the road, it would get you probably $1,300. So you still could dress yourself beautifully with that. So when we go back to that last slide I showed you, currency versus money, and we of course trade our life for that fiat currency, it doesn't represent a store value. Why? Well, I'm going to demonstrate this to you again. Let's look at a Starbucks. Everybody knows Starbucks, and most of us, of course, we are consuming coffee, right? So when we look at the year 2000, one coffee in Starbucks, just a black normal coffee, not a nice cappuccino there, but the coffee would actually cost you like $1. Well, today, the Starbucks coffee costs you around $4. And today, for $1, I mean, they're probably gonna laugh at you if you're gonna want to buy a cup of coffee $1. So you're gonna get a third of that, maybe a third of a cup, something like that. Yet, when we look at this in comparison of gold, and we were to exchange the gold instead, well, back then in the year 2000, a 1 ounce of gold did cost $279, and a gram did cost $9. Therefore, you could get 9 cups of coffee. Well, today, as I said, a coffee costs you $4. Today, gold is priced around $1,325 an ounce. So a gram that costs you like $42. You actually can buy 10.5 cups today if you were to exchange the gold. So if since 18 years you are working, let's say in a company somewhere, maybe for yourself, you're having your own business, but you putting the money, the currency basically aside, well, I believe you would understand now you're losing a great deal. Now, if you had put something into that stuff, into that gold and silver, well, you would understand it would purchase you the same goods and service. So you didn't really lose. So what has it to do then with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is scarcity, there's only 21 million, and it has to be mined. There has to be a physical labor process behind that, just like as gold. And you can't just print the Bitcoin. You have to actually physically produce the Bitcoin. So it actually has this real labor behind. That makes it as well more valuable. But working with us, or why should you get engaged with us, or why should you choose us? What has this to do with? Well, this has a lot to do with, because when we look at price, when you look at quality, when you purchase gold, when you purchase silver, how liquid are you? Can you just easily sell the gold or silver back? Can you just easily sell it in any country? If you maybe have some United States sovereign coin, let's say you have a silver eagle, and you go to the UK and you may want to cash in, you probably can't do that because nobody's going to buy your sovereign eagle, right? So you got to look at, of course, as well, what quality of gold do you have, or of silver? And so this is where Argorius is, of course, all over the world known. You can go to any gold dealer, you can make even the test. I can tell you, in my 10 years, I did my tests. We went to many different places in many different countries. As soon as they would see, oh, LBMA stamp, that's this little stamp here, which you see, this little one here, as soon as they saw that, they knew that is the real deal. And of course, price, when it comes to that, well, 2.97 above spot price is an amazing deal, and you can very simply sell it back with us, and you just need to push 1 or 2 buttons, and it will be sold back at the next day's London bullion market fixing, and you will, of course, get the cash, what that price at this day is. In mining, of course, cryptocurrency, well, you basically have to do not really anything, because it mines you. You just put some money down to buy the hash power, and then that mines you, of course, your cryptocurrency. So the gold and silver, of course, as I said, you can just simply save into physical grams, and once you have them in physical grams, you can actually have them converted into those different items we do have, from collectible coins to bullion bars, etc. And silver, the same. and it's pretty simple to sell it back. Now, the cryptocurrency cloud mining, of course, with Genesis, they have their farms all over the world. As you may have listened prior to our presentation, we are also on track to actually do a project with Genesis Mining together, our own mining farm, which is very soon. Hopefully, Bill can release more about that. So that's constantly working on new things to provide, of course, you, the customers, new services. But they have a large technical team, of course, together all over the world working on providing you this infrastructure, which, of course, we know, and the people who have been since maybe the last year involved with us, or last half year, last 1.5 years, in terms of mining, which we do know, this is a very highly complicated technology. It's a new technology as well, the Bitcoin mining. And sometimes you do have some errors. Sometimes you have some things, some glitches, which always be fixed. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of time to fix them, but we are in super new technology. So the benefits mining with us is basically you are at ease. Just purchase the contract. That's all what you need to do. There's no shipping fee, there's no custom fee, there's always optimal electricity rates, 100% green energy. The mining starts immediately, when there's downtimes, there's 100% guarantee, that this doesn't affect you. There's no additional equipment expenses, fees, cooling fees, and the mining farms are remotely located and supervised. When it comes to physical mining, what some people do at home, that is very different, because when you do, Genesis Mining also does physical mining, just that they have a high-tech controlled mining farm. While if you do it at your home and you maybe have your own mining rig, maybe you ordered it from one of the companies, maybe you ordered it in the internet through Amazon or wherever, from Bitmain, from Antminer, maybe you purchased a mining equipment which is secondhand. You could make it work and you could still mine for the different coins, but the likelihood that you will get the efficiency, therefore the return, like you do get with us, is very, very remote. Why? Well, because first of all, downtimes, when the internet goes off, electricity cost, mining rigs which do break, sometimes they even come broken already. So many things, and I hear every day a new story from somebody telling me they really thought like they could make great money with that, but at the end, when they collect or count together their maintenance fee, because they had a downtime, because the shipping took longer than they thought, because they may paid income taxes, because of so many variables, they could have been better off with us. So those are things you, of course, got to consider. I'm not saying that it's bad if you buy your own rig and do it yourself. I'm just saying there are better and more efficient ways. And so we, in our contracts, the Bitcoin contracts, they are open-ended contract, meaning the specific duration of an open-ended contract is variable and determined by 3 factors. That's the difficulty that is to mine the Bitcoin, the Bitcoin US dollar exchange rate, and the maintenance fee. The maintenance fee is something which is fixed. It's a fixed maintenance fee of 28 cents per terahash per day, or 0.0028 per gigahash per day. So if you, let's say we have people who have a terahash rate, that's the rate to what speed basically it is in simple words, and we want to keep it simple. So I could go really into technical details, but I don't want to. I want to keep it simple for you guys. So the terahash is basically the speed to what your Bitcoin will be mined. As more speed I have, as more Bitcoin I will get, of course, rewarded. As more dollars, if I change the Bitcoin, I do have. As simple as that. So let's say you have 100 terahash, well, you got to count 100 times 28 cents, and that is what you need to take off when you go to these calculators, which I'm going to show you in a second. That's what you need to take off these calculators so that you understand what roughly you're going to make in rewards. Altcoins, it's a little bit different because the maintenance fee is already included, but the altcoin contracts run only 24 months, but we don't have any right now. So at the moment, we can't offer this service for altcoins. We hope that in the future, we will have, again, altcoin contracts. But the great thing is, with your Bitcoin contract, you can get paid. If you don't want to get paid in Bitcoin, if you don't want to accumulate Bitcoin, that's fine. You can say, okay, well, I want to collect Ethereum, I want to collect Litecoin or Dash or other currency. You can do that. You just need to enter the wallet address in which currency you want to get paid. That's all there is. And then you're going to get paid in that currency. As you see, the Bitcoin, we do have from 0.2 terahash up to 5 terahash for a customer, what a customer can purchase. And you have a custom plan, so the customer can say, I want to purchase 0.4 terahash or 0.6 terahash, where you can do that. 0.2 terahash starts with $35.80, and of a 1 terahash contract is $179. The affiliate can purchase up to 15 terahash, from 5 terahash onwards, if the affiliate buys actually 5 terahash, he has a little bit of a savings there. Basically, it's if he buys 5 terahash, it's $845. And the 15 terahash is $2,385. But again, the affiliate can also say, well, I want to purchase 6 terahash or 7 or 8 or 9 terahash. That's up to you. We do have a custom plan. And as I said, it's pretty simple to calculate the mining rewards. All what you got to understand is that you got to take off that maintenance fee in the Bitcoin, and then you see what you roughly earn. So for example, let's say you select a 5 terahash contract, yeah? That costs you $845. And let's look what today, that is today. I remind you, that changes every time because, again, the dollar versus the Bitcoin rate changes. It changes all the time. I mean, maybe I made this now, this figure, but it's already looking differently. I haven't looked at my chart, but that changes all the time. Every roughly 12 days, the difficulty rates adjusts as well. So that means it's getting either more difficult or less difficult to mine. We don't know where it's gone. Usually it's going up. Sometimes it's going to go a little bit down, depending how many people, how many miners are actually confirming payments. And as more miners are coming on board, as more difficult usually it is getting. So 5 terahash, $845. Therefore, 5 times 28 cents would be $1.40. That means I got to take this off my profit per day. $310. I'm at $3.10 I make per day. Well, I got to take off the $1.40, and I would have an estimate a Bitcoin payout of 0.00018 a day, or $1.70. Okay, $1.70 basically I would make. But how can I calculate? Because again, I tell you it changes all the time. Let's say I want to look, okay, so what is actually $1.17 in Bitcoin right now? I'm going to show you a little trick. So let me go and show you a little trick here. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to say then a USD to BTC. So it's pretty simple. I go to my PowerPoint. I say, okay, so I'm making $1.70. I put in here $1.70. All right, so it's actually right now 0.00017. How much do I have here? 0.0018. You see, it already has changed. It goes up and go down, goes up and go down. Maybe after the presentation, it's already up more. So it's always changing. Just that you really understand that we can't say, okay, this is what you get. This is an estimate. Now let's look at the 15 terahash. 15 terahash. It costs you $2,385. It's an open-end contract till it is not anymore profitable to mine. What does that mean? Well, when the Bitcoin, to produce a Bitcoin, costs more than the maintenance fee, in this case, we have 15 terahash, 0.28 cents, $4.20. If basically the reward you're getting is lower than the maintenance fee, well, it's not anymore profitable. Makes sense, right? Like imagine a gold mine. Let's say, so you have your workers in your gold mine, they're digging for the gold. You have all the machinery, the electricity needed, the engineers, the scientists, the whatever who need to then refine the gold. So all this machinery basically working. Gold price drops, and it's all of a sudden it's more expensive to pay those people than the gold they did actually take out. What's happening? The mine closes. And it stops. So this is the same with, of course, Bitcoin. Now it has not yet happened. We can actually see it happening. In fact, actually we are, I believe, on a brink of a huge breakout in Bitcoin. So it's looking actually super good. And that would anyway only come into place if Bitcoin was not profitable to mine for 2 months in a row. That means 2 months in a row, Bitcoin would not be profitable to mine. Then, of course, it would not, so you would have no contract anymore. But let's look at here 15 terahash. 15 terahash based on the Bitcoin price, 9,928. We have here power of consumption 0, power cost per kilowatt 0. We take the $4.20 off, the $9.31. We have $5.11, which is our daily reward, which is our weekly reward of $35.77, which is our monthly reward, $143.08. Again, this can change all the time, depending to that ratio Bitcoin to US dollar. Or we have, of course, here the Bitcoin payouts for that matter. Now we do have thresholds, in meaning whenever you get paid, as we spoke in the beginning of that presentation, you're getting a daily payout from the mining, which you do, but it is reflected in your wallet. It goes to your wallet if it achieves 0.0035. So let's say, let's go back to that slide. Let's say you have a 5 terahash contract, well, and you make a profit per day, and then of course taking the fees off. So let's say you make a profit per day of 0.0018. Well, that is not enough to be reflected in your wallet. It needs to achieve 0.0035. So even in a week, it's not yet going to be reflected. But in a month, it certainly is going to be reflected in your wallet. Now, let's look at the 15 terahash. If you have a 15 terahash, well, per day, it's also not reflected. But you see here, yes, weekly, you will see your Bitcoin in your wallet. You will have it in your wallet. That means then you can use it to buy goods and services, to maybe purchase more mining power, to purchase gold, silver, etc. And you see what we have also new now is we do have a new payment system for commissions, meaning when you actually build an affiliate business and you're getting paid in dollars, you now can get these dollars out of your Swissquote Global account through Bitcoin. So basically, the company can pay your rewards in Bitcoin. You just simply enter your Bitcoin address, you enter the amount to withdraw. Let's look at this. Here we have here available funds of $6,766. So we could put that in here, give our Bitcoin address, make sure that's the right address, because if you put a wrong address, it's going to go to somebody else and there's no refund. You can't get it back. So you can actually request that to be sent to your wallet. So you see, it's a pretty simple system. It's super easy, takes about 10 minutes to set up, easy to share. And it's a global business. You can do it really literally from anywhere in the world. And what we use is the most trusted form of marketing. That's word of mouth. So we like something, we see results, we see the benefits, and we share it. And there's two ways we can share it. Being a customer, so you just basically purchase the product and you want to share it with a few people, or you want to build a business around and also get paid in dollars. The customer is simple. You sign up with a free account, purchase the product you wish to purchase. If you purchase mining power, well, you're going to get your daily mining rewards. If you purchase gold, well, from the gold, there is no daily purchasing. You just purchase gold, the gold sits there, and if it appreciates, it's great for you. Of course, you do win, because sometimes people ask me, you know, what is the gold giving me on a daily or monthly or annual basis? Well, gold is a hedge against inflation. The customer can also share. So as a free customer, you can actually literally share with other customers. You cannot build a network, a downline, but you can share with other people, and you're going to get a reward in hash power, in more mining power of 2.5% if you share it with other customers. The affiliate is the person who now wants to really promote the business through the marketing efforts the person is doing. So there's 6 packages to get started with. Don't have to, but if you want to become an affiliate and want to build a business, there's 6 ways to get started. The one where you basically tiptoe yourself into the business, it's $170. It doesn't give you gold or silver, it gives you a small terahash Bitcoin contract, and you have a monthly membership of $50 where you get each and every month a little bit more Bitcoin mining power. The silver package entry, it's $249. You're going to get a gold or silver in worth of $50 and a small Bitcoin mining contract, and it has also a $50 monthly membership, which in that membership you're not getting more Bitcoin mining, but you get more silver each and every month. The gold is an annual membership where you're going to get $120 worth gold or silver. You have the annual membership paid up front, so the 12 times 50, and you get a 0.5 terahash Bitcoin contract in there. And then next year, what you do is, if you want to renew the membership, you just simply pay 12 times 50 or $600. The Executive Ambassador Platinum, they qualify you for another bonus when you build your business in your rank career, so moving up these ranks. They qualify you for more bonuses. You must have purchased these packages first, but you can also upgrade to them later on. They are 3,000, 3,000, 5,000, and so the difference is basically the amount of terahash and gold and silver. The executive miner is only, there's no gold or silver, there's 10 terahash Bitcoin mining in there, and the ambassador and the platinum is basically, of course, more gold and silver and more terahash. We just had Bill and I the discussion the other day, well, not the discussion, but we just talked about, there was a lady, she had absolutely, I can talk about it, I don't mention her name, so hopefully Bill, you you're not upset with me, but I'm gonna say it anyway, so as you know me. There was a lady, we were in Nigeria actually, and the lady signed in, didn't really know what she signed in, and her sponsor, well, anyway, so it doesn't matter, don't want to go into it, but a lady signed in, bought a $5,000 package, has no idea about Bitcoin, absolutely zero, has not been really trained, but she purchased the package because the friend, the person introduced her. Well, and she was asking the other day, well, what she wanted to cash out and see and what she had. Well, she had the gold, she had the silver, she has more than doubled her money, and she had no idea, of course, but she did like extremely well, like super, super, super well, and she never did nothing at all. She just, all what she did is that day, she joined in and she purchased her platinum package, and well, I mean, she's sitting on amazing rewards, plus has her gold and silver. And the best thing is, it still keeps paying. Even if she cashes out now, even if she sells her Bitcoin now, she sells her gold or silver, the Bitcoin keeps mining. It just keeps mining, which is pretty awesome. So, but as to the affiliate business, there are 9 ways to earn. 9 ways to earn. That means in dollars, not just mining. You're making from the retail of crypto, let's say, of gold or silver, you make a commission in dollars. From the crypto retailing, you make a commission in more cryptocurrency hash power. You make a bonus when you enroll new people in dollars, uni-level bonus and enroller bonus, rank, build to bedrock, ambassador generation, check match, and a global bonus pool. So many different bonuses you can make when you build the business as an affiliate. The retail bonus is pretty simple. Every gold you sell, 1%, you're going to get of that amount you sold paid in cash into your back office, which you then can use to buy more gold, silver, more cryptocurrency, or just cash it out. And every time you recommend somebody customer or an affiliate, and that person purchases more hash power, you're going to also get 5%. And that is basically reflected in your bonus and purchase history. You see the different bonuses, and that means more hash power added to your existing contracts, which then pays you more money. The bonus for enrolling new people, so it's pretty simple. Every time you enroll somebody as an affiliate, you're going to get a fast track bonus. That's cash in your hand. In the back office, of course, you can then cash out via Bitcoin or via bank transfer, from starting with $35 up to $500. And of course, then you have all the other bonuses like rank bonuses. You cash in dollars or you cash in some lifestyle products once you move and climb up the career ladder, global bonus pool, and many more. So if you want to build cash flow, be paid to save in gold, silver, Bitcoin, your next step is to talk to the person who invited you to the presentation and get them started, help them get started, help them get their question answers, and understand that there's no guarantee. Of course, there's no guarantee in life. There's no guarantee if I cross the street here that you will earn any money using the techniques and ideas displayed. The materials are not to be interpreted as a promise, certainly not a financial advice or guarantee of earnings. As I well demonstrated to you, we don't know. Bitcoin, it goes up, goes down. Literally, of course, since 9 years it has gone up, but we just don't know. It's amazing. It's an amazing technology. We very much believe in it. But gold is a hedge against inflation. And of course, Bitcoin has lots to come still. So that's why we can't make any guarantee or promises. And if you don't follow us already, well, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. And if you have any questions now, just type it in your panel on the right-hand side. And we have our founder and CEO, Bill Rowell, coming on board. And we're going to go through these questions you guys having right now. But thank you so much for listening to that presentation. Bill, are you there?
Yes, I am, Claudia. Thank you for hosting today's call. Great to be here. Let me see if my webcam works. Yes, it does. So, hi, Claudia. Hi, everyone joining us from many parts of the world. I hear you told the story about Nigeria, Claudia. What a great story. You know, what a great story. I mean, the lady, I also spoke to someone yesterday about this. The lady, you know, she $5,000. She invested in the platinum package, $5,000 in the local currency naira. I think it's over 2 million naira. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money in that part of the world. It's a lot of money in any part of the world, actually, but in these parts of the world, it's significantly more relative to the incomes that these people actually earn. So, you know, she had trust. I mean, you work with the lady quite a bit yourself, Claudia, I know, when you're there with some of the other leaders there. But in her early days, she was a little bit disappointed because she wasn't really getting the support from her sponsor, which was not you. And this is really important to our members, I think. If you're an affiliate sponsor, okay, it's nice to get the $500 fast track bonus. It's nice to get the 3 terahash bonus from the platinum package. It's nice to get the $90 unilevel bonus, but you know, there's a responsibility with it as well. But anyway, to cut a long story short, it's a great story. I mean, the lady purchased $5,000, of which in those days, $1,200 of that was gold and silver. The Bitcoin mining package in those days was 15 terahash at a cost of $1,950. Her value of her mining now, she's earned over 1 Bitcoin, 1.0 something Bitcoin. I was looking earlier on after I heard you mention her. And I mean, so the lady, you know, she's got a gold and silver for free. She's got an annual membership for free. And, you know, she's returned several times her return on her investment when it comes certainly to Bitcoin. I mean, I think she's up around about the $10,000 in value just on the Bitcoin. Then you, so let's say $10,000. On top of that, put the gold and silver. Let's say it's still $1,200 in purchasing power. So there's, you know, we're talking over $11,000 in value, including her membership, and she cost her $5,000 in total. So she's done exceptionally well. So in her naivety, it's worked out in her advantage. But the point is, she has done something. She made action. You know, she asked questions, she understood, and she felt the trust, and she pulled the trigger on it and did the deal, and it's done very well. And so did her sponsors, of course, which is absolutely the whole idea of sharing in the affiliate program. So it was a great story, and it's okay to share it. We don't use the names, but if they're on the call, congratulations to you. Thank you for taking the risk, because I know it must be nervous when you're putting 2 million naira into a company, a foreign company. Even though we do have a Nigerian company listed, we are approved by the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria as a company. And we do have a Nigerian bank account, which is for is really primarily for the people in the African continent to actually to be able to use GT Bank, Guaranteed Trust Bank, which is one of Africa's largest banks that we're associated with there. So that's great to know. It's a huge market, Nigeria, nearly 200 million people. And you've been there, Claudia. You realize I really respect and honor these people. Every day for these people, I must say, for most of them, when you travel around there, it's a struggle. I mean, it's compared to the Western world, you know, we have it so easy. Just getting around Lagos in a car is a struggle in one sense. The traffic and, wow, it's a real journey, as you well know. So, yeah. Congratulations to her. What questions do we have, Claudia?
Great, Bill. Well, I think, people are still typing in the questions as we speak here. So there's not many more questions, but they're coming. So I see people typing, which is great. People are asking, like, where do I see the silver I get every month?
Okay, well, the silver that you get every month depends on what package you have. I mean, the silver, I mean, there's 2 ways you can get silver in your account. Probably 3 ways, actually. Primarily when you're enrolled, depending on the package that you're enrolled, as an affiliate, you'll have a choice to, except for the minor package and except for the executive minor package, you'll have the option to actually buy X factor or X amount of gold and silver. You select the ratio how much you want. The second way to get it, whether you're a free customer account or whether you're an affiliate member, you log in your back office and you select precious metals, and you then log into your precious metal account, saver account. I think it says single purchase. Single purchase. You just go there and you buy gold or silver, whatever you want, to a certain value. You can use Bitcoin to buy it. You can use your affiliate commissions to buy it. You can pay with bank wire, and up to $500 you can use a credit card. So that's pretty flexible. And we do ship internationally, but not to all countries, because some places don't have the infrastructure, the safe infrastructure to allow us to actually do ship it. Now, if you purchase, for example, the silver package, which is the $249 one time, then $50 per month, that has that $50 per month has some silver included in that. I think it's 25% to be exact, which is $13 in value on the silver package. The minor pack doesn't have it. It has actually crypto Bitcoin mining in there. So that's where you get it. But primarily, if you want to buy some gold and silver, convert your commissions, you just go to your precious metal account and you actually just buy it as you want to. And it's very liquid. I mean, if this lady in Nigeria wanted to sell back her gold and silver, she could just log into her account. She would do a sell back order. Monday it would go to the London Bullion Market refinery sell price, whatever the refinery, London Bullion Market Association certified refiner, Argo Horias, as Claudia spoke about before, whatever their sell price was, it's the sell price that you would get as an active member, and a few days the money would be back in her account. So it's a very liquid process, because gold is really an insurance policy, but it needs to be liquid for you too, doesn't it? You know, try and get out of a bank term deposit. You know, put a few $1,000s into a bank term deposit and try and exit out of that investment early. See what the penalties are. See if you can even do it. You know, this is a very liquid platform and it's very safe on the wealth preservation side of things. While we're talking, let me give a few updates because it may actually address some of the questions anyway, Claudia.
And Bill, maybe also the question what the person was asking is also where to find it. So you got to go just basically into your account and you go into your under My Precious Metals, and then you just click onto My Precious Metals account, and there you see, of course, the if you have that 50, if you purchase one of these packages, if you purchase the silver package, in this $50 monthly you pay, you get of course the silver there. If you joined in with the silver package, and then you will see that basically your precious metals account is accumulating, of course, here. So you see that accumulating then the grams of the silver here is just increasing each month. There will be more grams of silver. This is where you look at. Okay. So let me see if there's more questions coming. Bill, and you wanted to say something. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, they'll increase based on the package that you have, whether you're on the membership that had silver in it or whatever. But yeah, that will change in the future as well. We'll be much more flexible. Just on the updates, let's speak about Bitcoin, the back office crypto module, your transaction history. We know that there's been issues where people don't see their Bitcoin payouts in their crypto module, but they're actually getting paid on the blockchain. And we've addressed this several times in the last calls. We believe next week it'll be definitely rectified. We've had to completely change our whole back end to receive information from the server from Genesis. They updated the platform, and it caused a lot of corruption on our side. So we had to rebuild our side, and they had to make changes on their side through the API. But we'll believe that will be corrected next week. So, and you'll be able to see all your history from your Bitcoin payouts and of course the altcoins as well. The other issue, of course, is the altcoins started mining on the 30th of April, but the counter, these contracts, as Claudia showed in the webcast before, are 24 months, but the counter's already started counting down. So don't be too concerned about, well, you should be concerned about it, of course, because it's your money, but it's been rectified. Okay, and what actually happens is, this is some of the challenges that we face sometimes. We're a reseller of Genesis mining products and services, which is absolutely fantastic. And the given supply, it can change very, very quickly. It changes rapidly. So from one moment to the next moment, all of a sudden you have a major buyers coming in, and all of the available, let's say, Ethereum or Zcash is gone. So you're buying contracts, let's say you're buying a contract yesterday, you bought a contract today, or you're about to buy a contract today, and someone's come in and bought up a mega amount, I'm talking maybe a 7-figure amount, and all the hash power has been exhausted momentarily. Well, that means that Genesis mining would then go, they would turn the mining off and would go from maybe to a pre-sale option, as they did. But there's a lag in time between their services and telling us. I mean, we don't know this. This could happen, let's say, at 3 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday morning or Saturday morning or something like that. So there's a bit of a lag in time. So we had an experience there. This is exactly what happened, where people bought maybe some contracts in January of this year, thinking they were live contracts, and they were not live. They were actually pre-sale because of the change. Now, as per the terms and conditions, that's built in. That's the way it actually operates. But of course, it's not nice. If you buy something, you like to know whether it's active or not. But some of these things we cannot control. So coming back to the point in discussion, the counters will be corrected. So if you bought a contract in January or something like that, or February, or actually it wouldn't be February because you're notified that it was a pre-sale, but certainly in January, if you bought a contract, an altcoin contract, thinking that it was actually, let's say, a live contract, even if you bought contracts in January, even in February, the counter would start counting from the time you bought the contract, okay? Which means it would show maybe 120 to maybe 120, 90 to 120 days. You've already actually deleted your validity of the actual contract. Well, they're going to be reset. The next couple of days.
Like the example on the screen.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but primarily the point is that it's really important, this, because it's your money. The counter will be reset from the time the contract went live. So primarily there'll be 2-year contracts from the 30th of April. And I know that they're showing less than that right now, which is not good, but that will be done because it's a manual process. So the IT engineers after they fix this issue with the reporting, they're going to go back and resettle accounts as to the 30th of April for those relevant contracts that people had that were pre-mining for the period of 2018. So that will be done. I also had a question. I think it was a couple of days ago from someone wanting to check or questioning their Ethereum payout, whether it was right or not. But I can tell you they had 60 or something, 70, I think it was, maybe mega hash. I went and looked at Crypto Compare, put it in, and it's pretty much spot on. So it's paying as per the independent calculator should actually pay.
Wonderful, Bill. I mean, when you just, I'm not sure if you see my, if you see the history now here, what Bill mentioned just before with the Zcash contract, it showed, of course, that it had started, but that's what he said, but it actually didn't. It just started on the 29th of April. And so, of course, this will be changed. But I don't know if you see my new profile. Now I'm here in the back office somewhere, and you see different contracts, or no link for this reward, when actually some contracts do have a reward, or Bitcoin is not at all there, but it should be Bitcoin there. So all those things will be are going to be fixed very soon, as Bill mentioned. But Bill, there was a question coming from Nigeria as well, from Chinedu, and he's asking, she's asking when you will be back in Nigeria.
Hi, Chinedu. Which part of Nigeria are you from? But anyway, to answer the question, I was speaking to the person yesterday, and I suggested that because we're working on this major project at the moment, this ICO project, which hopefully is really going to be able to benefit all our members, I think the timing to return to Nigeria will be when that's actually completed. Now, we'll have major updates, I think probably June, July. But I think it's probably going to be maybe October, November before I get back to Nigeria. But I will certainly be going back there. We have a company there, of course. We have the team builders there, and they're looking for us to come back. So that time could vary, but that's just where my estimates are. It's hard to even imagine that I'm speaking about the end of the year already. But it may be September. Maybe it's September, October, that sort of period. We'll see. But it's really going to be dependent upon. I want to go there and do live presentations and really present this whole new additional modules and concepts we'll be able to offer to our members, which I think is going to be very, very exciting. This will also mean a change of name from Swiss Gold Global 2. I won't tell you what it's going to be, but it will mean a change of name as well. But I think that's going to be good, because I know there's been issues in Nigeria with other companies who had used similar names to us in the last couple of years, and I think some of these people have been arrested in Nigeria as well, because it's primarily a Ponzi. And you know, there's always some people who make money out of Ponzi's in the short term, but the long term, these things are not sustainable, and someone's going to have to pay. It's normally the majority that have to pay, and it's the minority that have a bit of a win on it, you know. And the people in Nigeria will know exactly what company I'm speaking about. Okay, any other questions, Claudia?
Yes, no question, but we hear an echo.
Well, that's because, okay.
Yeah, thank you. So there was just saying, like, and I believe you do a live meeting on. I know Bitcoin, yes, it's almost 10,000. I see it's 9,917. I see the coin cap. So you're doing a presentation in Dubai, actually, in a few days, don't you?
Yes, tomorrow I head back to Dubai. And we're going to go to Abu Dhabi as well for some business. But Wednesday night I'll be meeting our good leader there, Roberto, the Filipino community. So we'll be having a meeting on Wednesday nights. So people are welcome to join us there. Where it is, I don't actually know. But maybe they can reach out to us at support, or reach out to you, Claudia, because you're normally in tune where these things are, and we can put up the time and the event, etc.
Sure, and Sean is also asking, hi Sean. Sean is doing now, that's wonderful, Bitcoin coffee mornings in Canary Wharf. I know Canary Wharf in London. That's very good. Congratulations to you, Sean. Looking forward to coming back now that I'm back from Panama to the UK soon. Great. And our good friend Nikos he had a little bit too much lunch in Greece and he went too late to the presentation. He asked if the presentation is recorded. Yes, Nikos, it is actually recorded. So absolutely, there's no more question coming other than this, Bill.
Okay. Well, Sean, that's great that you're actually doing events and meeting people. This is really important, actually. I mean, we know, many of the people. I mean, this is a sharing business. This is the way to compound your wealth. I mean, compounding is an absolute necessity if you want to become financially free. To be quite honest, you've got to be able to compound, and you'll be able to compound if you're focusing on, let's say, the mining. Why not? You know, you get free mining if people buy contracts, and why wouldn't you buy mining? Let's face it. You know, for every dollar you put into mining at the moment, you know, not guaranteed, but it's showing a 60 or 70 cent return. Pretty significant in the first year. Look at this lady from Nigeria we just spoke about. So I think it's a great idea. If you're an affiliate member, share the affiliate programs, the advantages of doing that, and you get the fast track commissions, of course, which you convert straight back into Bitcoin mining, gold, silver, or you get paid out to your own account. But to be able to compound your cryptocurrency mining is really creates exponential wealth. I mean, and to see these rallies in Bitcoin, whether it's sustainable, we don't know, but it's there, it's paying out. And I always say, what's the alternative? I mean, this call I had yesterday, the person mentioned about the mining to pay out because I'm comparing it to November last year, okay, December last year. But I said, well, and I explained the reasons why, which is very logical in one sense, but I said, what's your alternative to put $1,000 into? You want to go and put it in the bank? If you're in the US or if you're in Europe, you're going to get less than 1%. In Dubai, I was told when I was there last week, 0.25%, which is basically nothing. Now, even at 1%, which you won't get in Europe, at 1%, you'd have to wait 100 years to get your money back. You know, even in Australia, where interest rates are higher, maybe 3% you may get, it's still 24 to 25 years to get your money back. And here we are complaining, some people complaining, I should say, not really appreciating the gift that they have with the mining, you know, that they have from Bitcoin mining. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. Yes, it is volatile, but there's so many great things happening in this space right now, different countries and regulators. We even just saw recently the SEC, the chairman of the SEC in America, which is the almighty powerful regulator there, to say that Bitcoin is not a security. It's a currency. I mean, wow, that's a game changer. So these things are happening. Countries are evolving and catching up with the regulations and things. So I think to be engaged in this space, Sean, and to share the knowledge, because one thing's for sure, most people have no idea about cryptocurrency. So if you're willing to step up, to become a leader, and share your knowledge, do mastermind sessions, you're going to win from that. I remember in multi-level marketing, you remember this too, Claudia, from Robert Kiyosaki. And I often tell people, I met Kiyosaki back in the 1990s. I invested in 2 of his companies. But I remember his program that he had, I think it's called cash flow, isn't it? It's like a monopoly board. And people were setting up cash flow meeting events on a weekly basis where they would sit down and play the game cash flow. I think they would actually, I actually got it, but I can't remember the name. I think it is called cash flow. And it's a great way to network. It's a great way to learn. It's a great way to learn ideas from people who have maybe more knowledge in a certain sector from you, and vice versa. I mean, someone always knows something that we don't know ourselves. So I think that's absolutely very, very, very important to do those meetings and get out. If you're not talking, you're not sharing. If you're not sharing, you're not compounding your wealth. So this is the industry we're in.
Absolutely, Bill. You top on right on spot. All right. Well, with that, we don't want to track it on. It's on the hour. So we, of course, we invite you to share this message. Go back to the person, of course, if you're new, and you may have been recommended by somebody. Go back to the person who actually, of course, gave you the link to that presentation. Talk to that person, get your question answered, and we hope to see you on some of our future presentations. The next one we're going to have in English speaking is on Tuesday, and as I said, you know, Bill is, for example, going to Dubai. He's doing a live presentation. I believe it's Wednesday over there. So welcome to join these presentations. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the sun. At least here in Europe we have sun now, and get engaged. Don't wait. because you know, if you wait, you know, it maybe it's as more as you wait, of course, as more opportunity you're going to miss. So why not actually get started now? So thank you, and thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Claudia. And Nikos in Greece, I don't know if you're Mykonos or Ios, one of the islands, or maybe Athens. We want to come there. I've not been to Greece since the Greek islands since 1987, I think it was, a long time ago. Okay, it's time I got back there. So you arrange a nice big meeting. We're going to come there. I want to go to the Greek islands again. Okay, all the best. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.